Car, Logitech G, Tinderbox, Mountain Dew Leaf, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Times are tough for North currently here as we continue our adventure. In fact, the last game of our first day for the ESL Pro League finals. We're live from Odense, and
try it again, please.
Not my best work, sorry. We're live from Odense.
There you go.
It's okay.
Odense.
Yeah, you heard it. We've got a Danish approval. We do have Pimp joining me at the Xfinity Analyst Desk, as well as Chad Sponge Birchall. I'll finish what I was saying, though. North are having a mare. We are here live on home soil for the Danes, and they're yet to pick up a single point, standing at 0 after 2 games of play. And most surprisingly of that is the first result was versus SK. Understandable, they can process that. The second, however, was a shot to the jaw, an uppercut from Misfits.
And not only that, it was on one of their home maps, I would say. Cobblestone has historically been a fantastic map for MSL and the North squad. Even when we dial back to when they were Dignitas, it was something that they always had success on. They had that B execute, they pulled it out time and time again, and we always saw them thrive.
Yeah.
Here, flat. Misfits must have done their prep.
Well, they certainly did do their homework. In fact, Sean Gare's actually speaking to Trays just beforehand, and he was just saying that, yeah, we actually just used some of North's strats against them.
Oh, that always stings, man. That's as Henry G would say, the Listerine face.
Yeah, you hate to see it. Listerine face right up there. That's horrible. But either way, dank memes aside, this is a do-or-die situation. NRG are feeling... I mean, we could not have two different... too further apart. The juxtaposition between NRG's team vibe right now, after picking up a huge win versus NIP. North just losing to Misfits. Jacob, maybe give us some insight into, you know, how that is going to affect this game. Because it will, right? These are human beings.
It sure will. I even saw North out backstage, you know, having like a serious talk about what went wrong in the game, you know, because they know they have to win the next 3 games in order to make the playoff. And talking about North, that is one of the teams who can do it now. They are over the SK game, which should be the toughest one for them. Yeah. So they have NIP, Optic, and I believe it's NRG left, right? So it's still doable for them. They still know that they got what it takes to go through this group. Obviously, it's going to feel good for NRG to get the win against NIP, because when you looked at their group, you know, they had to beat Misfits realistically for them to go through to the playoff. Now they got a bonus win, you could say so, against NIP, so they're still in the run. And going up against North, who are 2-0, or 0-2, sorry, it gives them confidence that they're like able to talk with a team like North.
And I'm seeing a lot of positivity in the community surrounding some of the performances from individuals of NRG as well. Cirque seems to be drawing a lot of attention as well. Fugly as well, he's always been in and around. We've seen him at even Pro League finals before.
Yeah,
but this seems to be good.
For me, with Fugly, when I played against him, he was always like a very annoying player to play against. Like, it didn't seem like he was putting up huge numbers, but he would always have like impact frags, right? And we're seeing more of the same here from him. Yeah. And then is it Ange? Is that how you would say it?
Ange or ANG? Just say ANG. Yeah.
ANG. Okay. Yeah. Well, he as well. You know, he closed out that game as I quickly got to see them taking on Nip with 2 nice kills. He's a player that has kind of been praised. He came from that Singularity lineup, right? And he got poached on over. So in terms of watching a lot of North American Counter-Strike, not something we get to do when we're nested up here in Europe.
Yeah.
But this team, obviously, they're getting it done. And then you flip the switch, you look on over, you have this North roster who we always need to attribute this, and this seems like such a cop-out, but when they're playing well, it's Config gets off to a really good start. He gets off to a really hot start, and so far, he's been flat. In one map, he was just flat, just not doing good at all, and then the other was flat within the context of the team as well. So I think he needs to get going. He needs to fire up.
Yeah, I mean, there's never any doubt that when Config is on form, you get a much better looking North. I think that goes without too much extra sugar on that one. Now, as we move into the map veto, I have to admit that I'm kind of throwing you under the bus if I ask for expectations of the veto. So maybe, I mean...
Is it because we cheated and we know the map?
I mean, you're looking at it right now, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, so let's just reveal it, because these guys are naughty boys and looked beforehand, but we can just dive through that
now,
one.
I think.
I'm sorry, it's in your stocking already, but we do have, it looks like we're going to be ending up on Mirage. Just to quickly rehash where we ended up, NRG were not willing to play Cobble, Nuke, or Inferno, and North not willing to play Cash and Overpass or Train. They were given the choice between Train and Mirage in this best of 1, and they did choose to take it once again back to Mirage, a map we've been seeing an awful lot of. Seems to be something that most teams and players are comfortable on in a best of 1, and it's a high-stakes environment.
It's like a nice middle ground for pretty much all teams playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah, no one's
we do say middle ground a lot, right? I just think just some quick thoughts, I guess, on the way that if you are NRG and you want to take it to North, MSL loves the mid control early on the T side, and from there he bases a lot of his strategies. So if you can put a stop to that and you can make that he has to change his game plan early, you're going to get on top of them, you're going to get control of that economy. Could be sitting pretty.
Yeah, and just, I mean, when we say about early start as well, you always say the underdog needs to get an early start. I imagine that's exacerbated by the fact that North are not in a great place mentally right now. So you get a good start, suddenly, you know, the bricks come tumbling down.
Right now, within the context of this tournament, I don't think we can call NRG the underdog going up against the North, who just looks completely dilapidated, right? They don't seem like themselves. They are the ones who need to bounce back, where NRG have already gone above and beyond expectations. So not that they should be too happy, you know, they want to get out of these groups, but they were playing at probably a higher level of Counter-Strike than what North has thus far.
Yeah, North America has come into this tournament swinging. All underdogs do seem to have bared their teeth here in Odense for our first day of play. Gents, it does sound like the game is almost ready. I just want to quickly see if anyone wants to put money where their mouth is.
I mean, North should be winning this one, and I think they are going to win this one. Okay. As you said, like it's going to be quick pace for North, especially on the T side. It's all about like how well NRG have done their homework, because they know what's hitting them. It's just a matter of fact, can they actually stop it?
Yeah, I think North are going to come out swinging here and take a victory. They're going to want to play in their home stadium in front of the fans.
Yeah, well, the Lion is cornered right now. It's going to be up to NRG if they really want to go ahead and pick this one up. It's time for North American underdogs to continue, or maybe not, as Chad has phrased. This could be a scary one. North fans, strap yourselves in. It's going to be a best of one, and they need the full 3 points if they want to stay afloat here in the group stages. Group B comes to a close for our first day with NRG versus North. Joining Sparekassen Henry.
Thank you very much. Yes, 3 points is the desired result. They aren't out should they fail to do so.
Indeed.
If they get 2 points, still a chance. If they get 0, I'm going to say their numbers are pretty much written for them. But it's got to be all intentions to win this against NRG, who, to be fair, are going to be riding cloud down after just beating NIP.
Another blow on home soil. After Blast, you'd think they'd come out swinging here, but it wasn't enough. Well, at least so far. They need to win this one, absolutely. But NRG, I won't lie to you, that's Misfits.
That is Misfits.
Well,
they are misfitting on this stream.
Oh, you like to see some blunders every now and then. It's been so smooth today, but there we go. It's going to be NRG versus North. So, where was I? NRG, I've actually never watched this team play, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
I have.
You have. You went to the NA Minor, right?
The NA Minor.
You got the story. So you're going to have the info here. You're going to have to teach me. So,
well, I can tell you that Daps is back in for Rico since that time.
Yes, that's right. So he was coaching. He was a coach. He's come back in now in-game leading.
That's
correct?
right, absolutely.
It seems to be working. Some ice skating going on here, Fugly. That was interesting. All right.
That's what Daps' coaching does. He made everyone Canadian. Put on the skates, boys.
Yeah.
Lace them up.
Well then.
And Jay, the other player, who's
smokes.
Danish. There are 6 Danish players in the server. There is indeed 4 smokes.
That's nuts. I've never seen this in a pistol.
1 armor for AZ. That's, yeah, you better hope you hit shots. You better hope that bomb goes down cleanly, because a brawl favors NRG as a result of this. Daps the only one without armor. He's got a kit. Cirque goes aggressive. Had a great game against NIP, specifically on the T side of Overpass. It was Fugly that carried CT, as he often does. Bomb does get planted before a kill gets exchanged, and that's exactly what North would have wanted. It's Balda that's tagged up considerably, though. In 2 shots, he goes down to 5 HP because he doesn't have the armor to hold it off. Breeze will start his way back in from CT. Breezy's going to have to be very swift with the USP. In fact, they clear the insides of the site. It's very peculiar positions. AZ gets Ange. And Cajun B holds off toward jungle. He's trying to bait his teammate in. They are defusing. Daps is already inside the smoke. They have no idea.
Oh, goodness gracious. It doesn't get much worse than that.
If you're going to go for an execution and a bomb down early, you might want to keep an eye on the bomb.
I'm glad we went to the North camp at this particular moment. That's Misfits again.
Hi, Shazam. How's your game going?
How's that one going? Well, if we dissect that, it was a perfect start for North. 4 smokes, the bomb goes down. Uncontested, get the first kill, but 1 smoke and a defuse kit is all it takes, and it all comes crumbling apart. What a gutting result. And they force ball in the second round here, Matt. This could be a real disastrous start here for North. Force buy in the second round is not that common. You can see NRG are prepared for the AKs in the third, and they're looking quite strong here. They go aggressive towards middle. They're trading effectively, 4-on-2, AZ and Cajun B. What a horrible situation North have found themselves in. That'll be an easy kill for AZ. So that's a chance to win this one as he finds 2 quick kills, 2 versus 1 now. Bomb's still down all the way at T-spawn though, and Daps and Breezy. Hold on, they still got a minute to work with AZ, that is, I should say. M4 in hand. He has got armor and all the nades. He's fully equipped. He can definitely win. This is a 4 versus 1.
Absolutely, he's got a chance in this. Molotov smoke 2 flashes. I don't think he doesn't have the bomb. That's being babysat quite cautiously by both Daps and Breezy. Daps in-game leading, not known for his fragging ability, but needs to put up numbers in this game if they want to continue on a great form. Misfits still top the group, by the way, but AZ's getting closer. Breezy's ready for it. Backs off, doesn't quite have the angle. AZ will walk out. Daps from the key spot. Should be able to counter-peek this. AZ gets 1. Daps does thankfully get the kill, and eventually, but it's fine. They win the round.
2-0. That was the force buy. Traditionally, you get the bomb down in the pistol. You're buying up AKs in the third. Buying up in the second is only viable. This is a surprise tactic, but it was a 4 versus 1. Sure, it comes down to a 1v1, but overall, NRG will take it. Full eco now for the north side. Just blocks. 1 P250 for AZ. He probably has a little bit more cash with those kills he got. Fugly. Former CLG tenure.
CLG tenure. Denial before that with on board. Good play from Fugly to take down KGB again, known for his CT sides more than anything. Cirque, good shot at range to take down AZ, but Bald does go with a Glock at that range. They just pick him apart.
This is a bit much, boys.
It is a bit much. There's no need for that because now he forces Fugly back. Thankfully, he does hit the shot with the UMP and they can go back to try and hold off the bomb. Config stuck inside of the doorway and Fugly gets the kill, but yeah, that could have gone rather horribly.
I know they're excited. They're doing well with the tournament.
I'm excited too.
So let's reel it in. Every kill is very important. So CT side especially, after that 4 versus 1 of AZ, need to make sure they keep everyone alive here. But money's okay as they reinvest into it. Still a lot of potential to go down in this round and be on an eco themselves, so they need to be careful here. 5 AKs, no all for Cajun. Round number 4. Oh, there's such an idyllic pistol round from North. It was looking so good. Perfect execution. What they're known for. And the full defuse with a smoke. And with the Glock spamming, I don't think they even heard the defuse come in. It's got to be such a tilting way to kick off the game, and they're not in a good space as it stands. The only team in the entire tournament to not put a point on the board as of yet. Good shot from Config. Quiet tournament for him so far, but that's a lovely AK-47 shot, and he brings them into a 5-on-3. Fugly and Daps try and recover. Fugly might have to strike first as he's sat in the connector.
Config underneath the window. Fugly wants to take it down, get aggressive. Ooh, good shot, Config. Responded perfectly, knew that Fugly was going to peek. And gets one in return, A&J. Config finds him as well, and that takes the bomb over toward the A site, leaving us with just Daps in a 1 versus 4.
Now the good news is with North and their solid work in terms of AZ in the 4 versus 1, and the previous round with them rushing middle, giving frags away, NRG will actually be on an eco after this one. So that's a bit of an issue. You got 3-0, but you have expensive rounds, and North are right back in this. It's actually not that devastating when you think about it. 3-0 sure, but they win the first gun round, and they're right back on track. Oh, Cajun doesn't look too happy. But it will be round number 5 here. There we go. Now we've got NRG on camera. You'd like to see that. And it should be the full eco. There's Daps in the middle. It's been a while since I've said that name.
It has been. I mean, he's been in the doldrums of North America, again, went into the coaching role for a little bit of time as well. Good to see him back. Fugly on the end.
They're doing very well as well at the same time. It's cool to see them get big results versus the likes of NRP.
Well, you're right about the economy being low based on that previous round. So it's pistols against AKs and AWP, a chance for North to take advantage early of the economy. Taps and J. I'll call him A&J, I apologize. And Fugly all pushing out toward middle. I call him, I make it easy for myself, but I don't know that that's actually true. A&J, I think, is correct. I spoke to him about it.
I can't do that. I'm going to do that.
Because I made the joke that it's his initials, and he kept saying it's not my initials, but I just kept doing it anyway. We were hanging out with the CN Tower together.
Nice.
Breezy gets a shot at least to MSL. And A&J will stay alive.
How is the Cartoon Network Tower?
Sorry?
How is the Cartoon Network Tower?
Oh, that's a good... Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. Never been there.
3-2. And NRG can buy into this round. It's round number 6. Daps with the UMP still not recovered as of yet. North, I definitely have them as down as favourites for this. Like, sure, they've had a real disappointing tournament so far, but if Config starts hitting shots, Mirage can be one of his absolute best maps. It's a high fragging environment. They do need him to start arriving, though. Same with Valder as well. Has to be the secondary star for the team as we enter round number 6. 3-2 in favour of the North Americans. No kits, no utility, very difficult round. No initial aggression from them, not hunting for that first pick, and trying to change that.
It's too bad someone else on this team wasn't named PB.
Okay.
Because it'd be PB and J.
It's quite good.
Thanks. Everyone loves PB and J, except when it was the only sandwich your mom made you for school. And then by like Wednesday, you hated it. Config out toward middle, smoke down in both the window and the connector. He'll start to push. Flash behind himself. That anyone pushing through gets caught off by it. Cirque is in there with him. Cirque is actually in the corner, but his gun barrel shows, and Config easily takes that kill. So watch for Cirque to try and save up money late or mid-half if they can get that far to get the AWP out. But Fugly, in the meantime, still holds to the window. They're going to try and jump it across. Bomb's thrown. He knows that was thrown from high. He's got to look high, surely. But he expects it's ladder. Doesn't matter. Finds two. Valda's the next in line. He's down below the window, but he won't commit to the peak, Fugly, because he doesn't have control of jungle. And he knows that, although he still goes for it. And Valda hits a lovely headshot. Good shot in return by Breezy.
Yeah, it could have been really fantastic there from Fugly if he got the third kill, but still they have the advantage for not for long. 2-on-2 now, 17 seconds remaining. The bomb will be planted. Now the pincer maneuver from NRG. KGB hits a shot towards CD spawn. It's A&J. For now, in the 2 versus 1 with no kit, no utility, has to hit every single shot. Not meant to be this time as KGB posts 3 on the board. And that should be another Rico now for the NRG side. It was Fugly that kept them at least alive for a little bit there with 2 nice shots from the window area, but wasn't quite enough. Valda saves the day. Bomb goes down, and nothing they can do. North now presumably take the lead. You can't really bring that much into this sort of round. You think about 2K. Deagles, PD50s, a CZ. 1 flashbang. Normally stacking A on these sort of rounds. Flash over the A ramp perhaps. And try and get in their faces. We'll see if that's what comes through. Number 7. This is a very important game for North if you're just joining us. They are the only team without a point in the entirety of the tournament.
That's absolutely true. But there are 4 teams in their group that have 3. There's 4 teams, excuse me, that are 1-1. So they're not that far behind anyone, but 0-2 is certainly worrying. And I saw them earlier after their second loss, the loss to Misfits, and they looked pretty rattled.
It's understandable, right? Like, as a game, you think you're guaranteed to win. They lost on Cobblestone as well, their home map, which is nuts to think. But this should be quite the easy procedure, at least this round, I mean. As they're up against just the pistols, Cirque will go down, so courtesy of the AWP of Cajun there. And we've got the connect and control, be an A split eventually. Flashbangs to come through. AZ seems to be aware. There's some presence towards Shadow here. Saved by Config, I have to say. AZ will make up for it, though, with a nice little double kill. 1 player remaining, that's to be Fugly. Hiding on the site and will be taken down by AZ. His 3rd kill in the round. Quite a simple procedure there. 5 players will stay alive. 4-3. And will the AWP come out for the first time for NRG? I think it will. It's going to be Cirque to wield the weapon. 2 defuse kits, and they've got some utility now. So this is where the game really begins. We've got 2 stable financial situations.
Cirque to head toward window. Blows it out for him. He gets in position. No smoke down as of yet. And he's got the first shot on Cajun. Easily done. Cajun going dry. Suggests he was trying to feel out what he was going to be up against throughout the course of the game on the AWP, but that one was not exactly what he was looking for. Yes, he does get 1 back.
They were hoping to get the refrag there, especially with the AKs. It just didn't work out at all. Now Breezy going towards Palace. He's going to see this nade being thrown. I would strike. Yeah, absolutely. As soon as you see that come from that side of the apartments, get in there. And the smoke will be deployed. He'll lock himself in Palace. It's a 4-on-2. Config and MSL to pick up the pieces here. And there's a lot of them, as you can see. MSL out-positioned by Ange at this point. Surely he won't find the frag, and Daps will beat him to the punch. It's going to be Config left in an impossible situation. He has got the bomb towards Sandwich, but he's just waiting for a mistake to be made, and no one has to challenge the side right now. They're in good position just to win out the round. They might give a plant away, but that's fine. He's want to keep numbers up.
Config at the sandwich. I won't tell you what type of sandwich it is, Henry. We've already gone over that.
We have.
And he'll be found by Cirque. So the AWP finding 2 kills in the round. Again, had, at least from what I could see of statistics while we were casting the other game, a great first half against NIP on Overpass with the said weapon. And 4-4, they're keeping North honest. Absolutely. And North, we know, is a volatile team in terms of emotion at times.
Yeah, absolutely. Their money's still quite strong, though. They did win 4 rounds in a row. It's NRG that's still out of the woods just yet. They have the AWP and the rifle, sure, but they can be reset. This has to be a must-win round. Config burns alive. It's quite rare to see it come in that sort of fashion at the very start of the round. Config thought he was safe in the corner. The nade didn't help. Cirque misses out on the shot, but he'll get away with his life.
He must not have the same texture settings or a slightly different vision of the smoke than we have, because the shadow is apparent on our screen. Cirque, though, does get caged in the end. He's rotated back around as well to the stairs. Valda's on the other side of it. It's Daps that's going to get the kill. He waited for the information and a smart play down to MSL. Another 1 versus 4. And another great round from Cirque. Another 2 kills in the AWP. 4 in the last 2.
They're crumbling. North in this tournament. It's not looking good, and it's surprising to see Config go down in that manner to the Molotov at the very start. So here he comes. He jumps in the flames. He sits in the corner, takes a nade to the face, and before he can get out, it's a little bit too late, I'm afraid. I guess the nade didn't help. He wanted to challenge and sit in the fire, and hope his CT went closer towards his position, hit the headshot, then fall back. The nade just threw a spanner in the works, or nade in the works, I guess. And made things very complicated. Once again, that's what he wanted to do in the previous round. Run through the fire and manages to get the headshot. This time it works perfectly. It's a 5-on-4. Now strike towards the B bomb site. Can Taps hold them off?
He's got an angle, but he's got a lot of company. Tries to spray transfer to his left. Config's already got the kill. And this time it's North with the advantage. HP is low, but it's 4 versus 2 and bomb planted. Breezy sitting back with Fugly. Both of them have kits. They've got reasonable money, if I'm not mistaken, but unfortunately it's a tall order, so they'll sit to save.
Amazing. So yeah, with the 2 rifles saved, like, they're absolutely fine. Like, they'll be able to buy. It won't be the strongest of buys, but it'll be fine, you know. With North tying things up, though, after losing 2 rounds, they managed to keep 4 players alive here. Much faster approach towards B this time, running through the Molotov. This time, Config taking the damage, but nailing the headshot towards short. That opened the floodgates towards the B side of the map, and Daps couldn't do anything about it. He had the AK-47 in hand. If he gets 2 kills, he'd buy enough time for the rotation and justify a retake, but nothing came in his favor. And he'll have to concede the round. Config looking sharp in that round at least. Number 11 coming through. We have a pause here. A chance to distribute the well for NRG, I'd assume. Work out who's going to take what. Who's going to buy the AWP and drop that.
Speaking of AWP, Cajun B certainly has his carried over 5-5, so yes, NRG are keeping them honest. Yes, they had an encouraging T-side against NIP, but that was a different map. It is still 5 rounds achieved if you want to be positive about it for North on Mirage. On the T-side specifically, we are 1/3 of the way done this game, or are we? Because we've had a number of overtimes today. And we'll get back underway in this one with the AWP naturally in the hands, in fact, double AWP. So ANJ and Cirque are going to be AWPing.
Let's see how that pans out for them. Coming to a head at this point. Fugly wants to get aggressive. Won't fully commit to the corner. He's relatively alone, so won't be fully committing. Probably goes up towards short to fall back. But he has got mid control. He's confirmed that no one's crossed towards mid boxes. That's really valuable information for himself. In terms of the hold right now, this is a real passive default from the T side. You can see them holding every single choke point, be apartments, top of middle, palace, A ramp, and underpass. No one's committing, no one's giving anything away. Config will strike first, spots the barrel, that's Cirque, will give that call. And they could flash that and face it from window, but no one there.
Bold. The fact that he knows he's got a teammate at top mid. He's going to go for the fight. He's going to try and catch them off. Fugly speeds the run boost. He's got both. And Cirque got the kill on Config just before. That fell apart very quickly for North.
Couldn't look more awkward, could it? Just getting up to a run boost and someone's like, hello. Well, it's a clean sweep, and North, I want to forget that round pretty quickly, I'm afraid. An absolute nightmare. Very passive to kick things off, and Config giving his barrel away at the underpass with Fugly. Like I said, that valuable map information. He's top of middle, no one's crossed. That means they can justify going for that pick towards the underpass position. Fugly will find 2 of the easiest kills they'll probably ever pick up. They're on top of each other's head, knives out. Having an absolute nightmare there. And it will be Valda with the AWP. Trying to get anything he can done here. Bomb down towards top middle.
22 seconds. Forget it. Just try and save the AWP if he can get that far. Knows he's being pursued, so he'll watch this doorway. Does at least get Ange. And that should save him. Ooh, it's going to be tight.
He wants something, if he does go down, it needs to be before the time.
Exactly. And
doesn't look like that chasing him.
Well, I thought Daps was going to head top mid, but he goes back to B just to make sure he's not going to rush for a plant.
Well, there it is. They'll let him save the AWP, but a solid round there from NRG. Some nice aggression from Fugly at the very start. Disciplined to the point where it was absolutely vital to strike. You can see them boosting up. You can take both the kills, spots the barrel there, and they even messed up the run boost. What an absolute nightmare. There's Cirque to take down Config after spotting the barrel. Fugly will take 2 of those kills, and the money's not devastating with the AWP being saved. They can distribute accordingly. Easy will be down to a CZ, but they've got 3 AKs, the AWP, and enough utility to work with here. Raga, what a rough day in the office this has been so far. As the coach for North.
Yeah, it certainly has been. And again, second
Hello?
That sounds like
Sounds like
Misfits.
American.
That sounds like Misfits. They did that at the minor as well when they had the chance.
Rowdy bunch, aren't they?
Misfits versus Optic. It is, well, with the delay of the scoreboard, 7-5 in favor of Optic on Overpass, but a close game nonetheless. If you look into, Ruga's day, and as you say, the storyline that goes, this is the second big event in 2 weeks or a week and a half, if you want to go start to end, in Denmark, and there hasn't been any before that up until this time, and North has struggled in both of them, if I'm honest. They had a chance statistically to go through to the final. In fact, if Astralis had beaten FaZe and they had beaten SK, they would have been there. They were one game away, but I was never really convinced by their performance at that event.
Fugly can't surely do it again. He doesn't get the... Oh my goodness, how's he got away with that?
The second one is ridiculous. Config spot, they're just sleeping today. North never should give up 1 kill, let alone 2 in that position.
Yeah, this is crumbling apart for North. They're looking weak. Fantastic from Fugly, don't get me wrong, but that shouldn't be happening. There should be no
we need that
possibility.
POV.
Yeah, get it.
That is unreal.
Make it happen. We need to see it from Fugly's POV. I haven't casted this guy in about 2 years, and he's looking unbelievable. Here we go. How's Varda not trading that? It's a really nice shot from Fugly.
I wonder
Very
if
fast.
Config even made the call, or if he was just like, I got this, I'm just going to hold the angle. And
I guess it's like he's so focused towards the apartments, and he's got to do a 180, and like it's a real panic moment.
Doesn't matter.
But still, like it's just insult to injury at this point. Like they've had a few of these rounds of these massive blunders just happen, like dying in the Molotov at that position of the A ramp, the stack in middle, that play just there. Like it's just looking a little bit shocking for North. Not the team we're used to seeing, the clinical, well-rounded, tactical side. It's NRG that look head and shoulders above them right now. And remember the defuse and the pistol as well. How many blunders have they had in this game?
Actually insane. Yeah, that pistol was shockingly bad when you consider the fact that they could have won that, or had they won that, they'd be in the lead. And now it's going to be NRG 8-5. Now there's no need to, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. They ran in with pistols. It's
Exactly. it's done before we could even cast it, to be honest.
But now in round 14, they have AKs back up. They still go against the double op.
Wow. This is a turnout for the books. Daps will throw away a flashbang, presumably get an incendiary instead. Yep, indeed. Number 14. I haven't seen any impact from Cage in his AWP yet. Certainly confident. The young Bulgarian, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. As we mentioned in our previous game, not one purely North American roster in this event.
Yeah. Very true.
Seldom do they exist anymore, it seems. Cloud9's one of them. And they've qualified for the first time, I think, ever in Pro League for the finals. Valda, good response. AZ gets Fugly as well. Cirque got one of the AWP, but now it's on to Parisi in the site. He's got problems because he's being surrounded. AZ able to win out the duel, leaves Daps and Ange. Daps is on the AK. A&J on the AWP as well over toward Catwalk. He's hoping to catch them at cross. So Daps needs to stay alive if that's going to be the case. Likely they go toward default, and I imagine smoke. No, they cross directly, and A&J misses. That's a problem.
Yeah, that was the chance right there. If Ant hits that, we've got a real round on our hands, but this is looking good for North right now. But they do go towards jungle. Limited utility for the T side. This could all fall apart. They'll probably get the train. They line up for him, and he can't get a kill. That could have been absolutely everything. Imagine the double kill comes in there, and it all falls apart. Another blunder for them. They should win the round. I say should have bated breath. It's a 3 versus 1, but they're not planting right now. They have no idea where Daps is. They know he plays on the A side of the map. AZ and Cajun low. Still has a chance to win. If the bomb going down reduces his chances significantly, especially with the open plant they've given themselves. Daps might just save the AK here.
I think he will. He's timidly seeing if he could find one more. Oh, don't. I hate when you see people go through this late.
He's
Okay,
just trying
fair
to
enough.
see
Getting
what's
cheeky, seeing what he can get a kill or not. I always cringe, no matter who it is, when someone goes through that hole late and someone's watching on the other side. But 1 versus 3, the HP was so low, you're right. I thought he was going to hit a double. I thought that was going to happen.
I think the analysts are going to have some fun with this game. Just like, sure, there's some great things to focus about NRG and like some of the skill they're showing, but some of the absolute like shockers that are happening for North in this first half. The pistol round's got to be one of them. So I think it's just a bad event for them, a write-off. One I'll have to forget. It's so many anomalies. That pistol sticks out for me so much. That run boost incident, the Molotov at the start of the round. They get 6 round on the board. They can still definitely win this. Don't get me wrong. It's just it's difficult to watch North have these sort of outcomes in rounds and games they should be winning. Round number 15. Money available for both sides. North looking to close the gap and bring it into 8-7 here. NRG, very impressive. I guess the first time I've cast him in about 2 years here, and I've been pleasantly surprised. Already taking down some big names today. What did they have upsets though? Hellraiser's topping Group A so far. The North American showing up in spades.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous when you consider some of the results today. HMB, he'll wait. MSL was going to lead the charge, but they get flashed off. They won't consider walking around the corner any further. 8-7 is certainly manageable from North, and I would say almost lucky in some ways. Now this half has gone looking breezy. He's going to try and get behind all of them. This is massive. Backs are exposed. Smokes are thrown. One quick kill on Volda. Follows it. Oh, it's MSL. Not ready for KGB to repeat, but 2 for the price of 1. Not bad.
Not bad at all. 4-on-3 now. Config in a decent position, but Cirque somehow hits the shot with the AWP, and that is quite marvelous, I have to say.
That was so fast. AZ, not bad himself. Turns around, takes down Daps with a 180 shot, but it puts him on 12 HP. Bomb is limited to the A site. KGB has it, but he has to, we'll get the refrag. A&J just barely hold it together, and it does go 9-6 in favor of NRG at half. North are struggling yet again. They've achieved 7 and 9 rounds respectively. They're sitting on 6 this game.
It's not every day you see a half like that. What an interesting game of CS we've seen so far. It will be 9-6. Can North recover from the disastrous scenes we've seen so far on Mirage? We'll have to find out after the break. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Well, NRG have a lead over North, a lead that they will be absolutely loving, having just previously bested NIP. They'll be riding momentum and looking to try and get toward the upper parts of the group, because currently Optic are above Misfits. All 3 North American teams get in with 6 points if they're able to win this.
Yeah, pretty amazing scenes, really. Well, North will need this pistol. From what I've seen so far, they're not looking fighting fit. We'll get into it. Looks like a B rush, not quite. Okay, we slow things right down. Cirque is going in very quick. I love this boost from AZ. This could actually work out very well. It's not commonly checked when things get hectic. MSL has to take away all the attention here.
Try to. KGB goes down. MSL, no better off. AZ's found. Cirque turns and sees him. He was trying to line up a shot to make it clean and efficient. It's Volta that needs to retake quite quickly from Checkers, but he runs out of ammunition, and Config, despite getting 1 kill on A&J, means that he's left at a 1 versus 3. He has a total of 18 bullets to work with in his USP.
Yeah, and he smoked off one of those pillars. They know the only option he has to be on this left-hand side. He has no kits. 3 kills to find is looking very unlikely, isn't it? And there it is. Nice little simple B approach. AZ boosted up. I thought that was going to be it, but KHB punished a short. MSL can't take enough attention away. Gets shot straight away by Cirque. And watch him here. How does he... Okay, the awareness is great there. That's great. From a person I've never casted before, like that sort of pre-fire towards that corner, he's just thinking about absolutely everything. And I think that's Misfits getting stuck in.
To be fair, Optic can be a little bit banterous.
That's
well.
a bit Freiburg, maybe, yeah.
They can be banterous. We'll have to keep an eye on that game as well.
Full eco from the north side. A couple of deagles, that's about it. And that's a mistake, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
by himself.
No need to commit that far at all.
His teammates are ready to go towards B, so he's trying to show presence on that side of the map. So I can accept that. That's fine, but he didn't really. He maybe sent. I'm not sure. It's fine. They'll recover the situation.
I'm going to try to. They've already gotten 1 kill back against MSL, who desperately deagled toward the apartments. Smoke off and back away. AZ still inside of checkers. Do they save Deagles and armor early?
The thing is with that as well, he only gives away the Mac 10. So that's not a big deal. And then he's called the 3-4 players towards the A site. His team can fully commit towards B. So that's a pretty much guaranteed round.
Holding the perimeter. Cajun B on catwalk with Daps nearby. They want to just try and get guns away and make economic deficits or damage towards NRG, but they'll pick up the round, inevitable at this point in time. So we find ourselves at 11-6. Favor of the North American mix.
Get a few kills there.
Yeah. Garnered as well. Oh, get the AK.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Valda will save the AK-47. They take 4 kills total.
All 3 of the AKs gone. The only gun they saved ended up being the second Mac 10, so that is costly.
And they didn't fully invest into that second round. So they can actually bring out P250s, maybe a bit of utility as well. With the AK, this round's certainly possible. So keep your eye out. This won't be the clean sweep round you might expect. Especially with Valda with the AK. He can be quite devastating, that weapon. He's got armor as well. Don't think that smoke landed.
No.
Oh, no, that's okay.
It did. It's on the outside.
I thought it went on the... Yeah,
oh, this is super clever.
Oh, no, they counted it.
Yeah, they did. That's clever, though. They put it on the
little really cool.
ledge outside, and then there's a gap. And unfortunately, in leaving a gap and trying to stack, they leave connector completely open.
It was a really cool idea. I would have loved to have seen how that panned out. You can see it was a real set underarm smoke. They gave a gap in the top, boost behind with the AK. What a perfect round to actually bring that out. But unfortunately, the smoke comes out on top and diminishes their chances. 12-6, though. NRG looking good today.
Looking very, very good indeed. And to give note, Misfits have brought it back to 10-8 in their game as well.
It's all kicking off.
It is all kicking off. If Optic win that, they end with 6. NRG win this, they end with 6. Misfits already has 6. NA would top the group 1-2-3 after day 1.
Yeah, we've got another day of groups tomorrow, bear in mind. So
that's correct, yep. Same format as Oakland. 6 teams go through, 3 from each group, 2 directed to the semifinals and 2 into a quarterfinal match-off of a crossover format.
Well, this is where we need Cajun B to step up. Very quiet with the AWP in the first half, but CT is where he does his best work. We missed out on that shot.
I think he liked Fugly.
Yeah, I can see from the HP that would be the case. Can't quite find the killing blow.
Ange. I don't understand the noise that bench makes when it blows up, but...
It's like a chair, isn't it? Wooden chair.
Yeah,
collapses.
It sounds very high-pitched, though, for wood. Dap's already out front of pass. Good timing to catch off Config. Again, he struggles today.
Yeah, he's not looking himself.
Meanwhile, once back over toward B, and MSL's trying to get aggressive inside of the smoke. He's got to do something to pull back the deficit. Fugly, he'll be the first in. He's low, but he has the bomb. They send the bomb in first, edge of the smoke. Somehow Fugly gets away with it as MSL can't locate him fast enough, but a lineup for Easy. Sprays down against 2 as well. Bomb is not dropped in the site, but Breezy's in it already, so he's got the kill back in return.
Yeah, they have the advantage of... Oh, all right, that's aggressive. Flashing through the window, and Cirque just takes him down. This is not looking like the North I know and love. I'm a big fan of their T-sides especially, and right now it seems like there's individual mistakes across the board and panic, and it's quite disappointing. Like, how did MSL not pick up that first kill in the apartments? It seemed like he had the perfect position. He had to step up. Low HP Fugly couldn't find a single bullet. Got a bit awkward when he stepped back in the smoke, sure, but still, I thought he had that all day long. Now it's up to Cajun to try and save the AWP. 13-6, almost guaranteed here. Money on the CD side of force. They lost bonus will be in the bin. They'll save the AWP from what I can see, absolutely, but do they force up around it? I guess they probably have to at this point. Can't allow 14-6 to come in. Here comes the bomb. Cajun will survive. But it's all starting to fall apart now.
And North today will have already played SK. Okay, fair enough. They've played SK.
So if they lose right now, Matt, you seem to be on top of this, that they can't qualify for the playoffs.
I don't know if they can't qualify yet. So that would put, if Misfits gain 9 points, if they end up going 3-0, they're 10-10 right now with Optic, by the way. They've pulled 5 rounds in a row. They would have get 9 points for the day. That is, with 2 games left in North, they can't catch Misfits. Yeah. So that they guarantee only have two spots they can achieve. If they end with 3 points here, and somehow Optic beat Misfits, then they're actually fine. Because then they would end with 3, and the best 2 in the group would have 6.
My question was if NRG lose this game, though. That's it.
If NRG.
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. If North lose this game, that's it.
I'd have to look at who plays who left, because NIP plays against North tomorrow. They've yet to play NIP.
Okay.
So if NIP beat them, I think that would guarantee it. But I think mathematically there may still be a chance. I'm not sure yet. I have to look.
I guess with overtimes of the other games, that could be it.
Yeah, until I see the head-to-heads.
Well, we'll have a look how that develops. There won't be a forced buy, but a partial buy here with the 4th stage loss bonus. I think I'm correct. Yes, indeed, that is right. With CZs, the AWP, these rounds can always be a bit dangerous. NRG haven't given up much yet. They haven't really made the blunders. It's always just been North that have been giving up mistakes and looking discombobulated. CZs, though, always scary, terrifying almost in certain situations.
Just trying to get an angle. Knows MSL's inside of the site, but can't find it. Can't afford to go down to him early either. Cajun B with the single op. Back towards CT stairs. With 55 seconds left as well. No utility on the CT side. That's the last smoke thrown by Volta now. Meaning they're bled out, but also that NRG to be cautious of Cajun and perhaps need to get a smoke down towards CT, not give up on execution entirely.
If North can win this round, there's still a chance.
Good response from AZ. Ange was tagged up from the initial battle with Config. Gives an AK to the CT side, and Voldo's got position. Bomb goes down, good far enough Breezy. That's when Cajun strikes. They did not cover off the AWP, and they'll pay for it. AZ wins it out on the AK.
There we go. Finally, something looking promising there. A lifeline for North. 13-7. It's the CZs, the AWP that deliver. NRG, a little bit tentative there. They will be force buying themselves since they're number 21. I'm not sure this will yield the result they're looking for. They're all in with the CZs, the MAC-10, the Galils, the AK. So the idea behind this buy is they've got a buffer of rounds here, but if they can win this one and reset the CT side, that's it. It's guaranteed victory. It's going to be a stretch. It'll be difficult. It'll have to be a set piece off the bat, I would imagine. But if they can win this one somehow, they're going to be in great shape to close out the game. It's a bit of a gamble, but they've got enough rounds to take these risks. Nice work from Ange. Good, great movement, I have to say. He's run past a player.
Doesn't realize it, and MSL and AZ are able to turn around. He was going for the AWP. It would have been audacious positioning, but AZ's gotten 2 in a row now for North. And they're back into the game at 13-8.
Eco for NRG. Okay, then North, for your entrance back into the game. Negated to one of the most difficult rounds. Round number 22. This one should be a little bit easier. Just some pistols, no armor, no nades. Just one flashbang, maybe it's the B-rush, something like that. Nice and quick, get it over with. This is the last map of today. This is Group B right now. What a day it's been. A long day, but lots of fascinating results. Lots of overtimes and upsets across the board. Config starting to get aggressive now. Starting to wake up, perhaps, as he builds his confidence against the Eco players here. Get one, but that's probably all we'll get. And there it is, quite a simple round. Looking for double digits here, North. They're not out of it just yet, as we'll find ourselves around number 23. The money's still not amazing, but they can bring out 5 AKs and armor and a bit of utility here. They're not out of the woods just yet. There's Cirque, a player that's impressed me so far. I'll have a look at the scoreboard while I'm here. 24 kills for him and 14 deaths. Just and right at the bottom, 6 kills, 18. But same story for MSL, 5 for 70. What a quiet game that is. Bit of aggression from Config towards top middle. 2 players going out to his position. This is starting to look better. So we'll get the first kill through the smoke. Try and fall back. The smoke will protect him somewhat, but MSL, why does he commit to that? He could have fallen back. Config did. No reason for him to be there by himself. Took another challenge. And he'll bring it to a 4-on-4, which definitely favours the T sides. So I had the fall back there.
Yeah, and
he's not playing in the sort of form that's going to win those duels. He's got 5 kills so far.
And they can't afford to make mistakes right now. I mean, we just talked about the situation. If they end with 0 points after 3 games today, their chances of making it through are so dependent on the performance of other teams, especially NIP, who they play tomorrow and play SK tomorrow. They would need NIP to lose both those games. They themselves obviously winning one. It's a group up toward the A site. Bomb still in the hands of Daps. He'll be the last in. They want the entry kills, and they want them cleanly. Smolder sits on top of the ticket booth or just below. He's got a smoke in his face. Oh, commit. Config, however, will get Ange. That's going to slow them down. Default Plant, good recovery. Cirque is able to hold off Vauld. Because immediately if Vauld had found that kill against Daps, Plant wouldn't have been achieved, and they would have been scrambling to gather the bomb. Config, first to arrive on the retake, wants in, but he's got to wait. He's got to be disciplined.
Absolutely.
3 kits. 1 smoke, 2 flashes, and Config waiting to see if there'll be a peek. No Circus underneath the balcony. Tries to spray through, but doesn't want to commit to it because he knows there's likely a player to peek from Palace. And Daps is on 7. He can't afford to be a part of the fight. This really comes to how Fugly plays off of Cirque. He overcommits, but Cirque finds the kill instead, and he's got Config as well.
Really well played by Cirque. He really is racking up the kills now. 28 in total. An unknown name in the European scene, goes to North America as a young Bulgarian and seems to be finding his form. Amazing play from him so far. Really great movement, base out the AWP shot, peaks at the same time, nails the headshot required. And now we're getting there. 1 more round will do it for NRG to find match point. The money's not broken just yet after winning 3 rounds in a row. If North win this, that's pretty much it. They'll have nothing at all. They've got a full buy for now. Ange maybe misreading the situation slightly there, bringing out the MAC-10 instead of a rifle. He's got armored heads up against him, but 2 armored helmets as well. So Config and MSL definitely vulnerable as some damage is exchanged between the 2 AWPers, since he's Cirque and Cajun both down to 53. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. Both of them must attack through the wall.
Kind of interesting parallel. 2 rounds. All that NRG would need. MSL sitting back, just trying to get double digits on the north side still.
Yeah, he's got 5 kills, 18 deaths. If he can save them now, all would be forgiven. Get them to double digits, reset NRG. If he goes down with nothing here and gives a match point, it's been such a shocking performance from him.
Flash down toward Catwalk where AZ re-enters the site from bombs heading back, though. This is going to go to A. They're going to leave 1 player and 1 player only, and MSL's lost him inside of the smoke. That puts Ange inside of the site. Does get the kill as well, MAC-10. And he is selling this because now it's 2 players to rotate over, and he's doing further damage as well. Config's tagged at 26. Volda now sees the smokes coming over the top on A and realizes the situation. So now that they've gotten the kill on Ange, they'll rotate back, thankfully. Config didn't overcommit, but they've got to get further smokes down towards CT. Cajun destroyed them last time they walked in and didn't consider his position, but a missed shot, massive. Daps gets a kill instead. It's going to be map point NRG. There's nothing, surely, that Config on 26 and AZ can do. Smoked off from the site as well. Good shot, I guess, if you want to consider the possibility. Over top of the firebox to get Breezy, but Config's going to have to be desperate. They've got 1 smoke picked up just now. The Config will lob that toward the site. That gives a chance for the kit of AZ to get on the plant immediately, and he's going to do exactly that, but Config, he's taken down, and Cirque knows that he's gone toward the bomb. AZ gets off of it, reads Daps.
He has to defuse.
He's got to hold it 3 seconds, so they've got to get the lineup, and they will. Fugly knew exactly where he is. Map point indeed.
$2,000 per player. Looking down the barrel of pretty much guaranteeing exit of the tournament. This has been a disaster for North throughout. 3 very disappointing games. Teams they should be beating, or at least putting up competitive numbers against.
And second in the European division during the regular season, our 7-week regular season, and this is how it all happens.
This has to be one of the worst tournaments for them in recent memory. This is unbelievable. This looks like it's coming to its logical conclusion. First kill comes in for Fugly. 5-4. That's the hard work done. They can just hold up now. It's the retakes that have to come in from North. And they'll keep pushing and pushing the envelope. They will, but 5 kills, 20 deaths is how MSL presumably finishes the game.
And they didn't look on the same page at all. As you mentioned, MSL getting caught at top of mid after Config fell back. Volda looking really poor in certain situations. The pistols in the smoke to start it off. Yeah,
the run boost fail. There's so many. I've got so many memories of just horrible rounds for North here.
Oh, undoubtedly.
It's a wake-up call for this team. They can't continue like this.
NRG gets easy. Yep, this is absolutely done. 0-3. Not a single game in which double digits was achieved by North on day one. They lost 16-7, they lost 16-9, and it seems like 16-9 is where this one goes as well. Config will do everything he can, which is nothing. Breezy's already staring him down. One kill for Cajun, but he's on the A side.
Yeah, you're out. You're not winning this.
Yeah, pull an Idra and call GG.
Yeah, it's over, I'm afraid. Well, there it is. NRG will take it. 16-9. He'll probably get this kill on Angie. Check it. There it is. The final kill comes in. Cirque will finish on the 30 bomb. He'll get it with the very final frag. What a performance from him. Fantastic stuff. And North, as I just said, one of the worst tournaments from them in recent memory. You can see the looks on their faces, dejected. And out of the tournament, it's really heartbreaking.
Not 100% out, but yeah, very, very likely at this point in time. Yeah, it's going to be 6 points now for NRG, 6 for Misfits, and if Optic pick up the win over Misfits, they'll be on 6 as well. So that's 3 teams that are already, the best they can do is tie them, and they've lost head-to-heads on 2. So yeah, I think actually, I won't say it with authority, but I think statistically they might actually be out at this point just based on that alone.
On that note, it's time to throw it to the desk. It's been a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Legion post-match breakdown.
Thank you so much, boys. Yes, dejected North, and for all the wrong reasons. They're not looking fantastic. It's a 0-3 for them at the end of their first day, and this is, of course, on home soil. The Danes, at least North, there's more Danish players present here in Odense, but yeah, not gone well for them. In fact, the performance now, they lost against not only NRG, as we did just witness, but also Misfits. And so the two, well, Misfits of Group B have managed to best them, and that is just... It says a lot, but also is very inspiring for NRG and Misfits. They're going to be having a huge boost of confidence as Mirage goes their way. I'm joined by Jacob Pimp Vinegar and, of course, Chad Sponge Birchill. You're shaking your head, and you already said in the pre-match, Chad, that this was, a North that looked flat, a North that looked lost. There was a lot of words we can use, and it's replicated here.
What can you say about this one? This is. I didn't expect it to be a 16-9 victory, right? Like, I was hoping there'd be a bit more fight coming out. AZ did his best. AZ had 27 kills. Like, he was actually popping off. This guy is one who's been criticized in recent time for not being able to find himself.
Yeah.
And he's gone off, and then we have on the other side of the spectrum, MSL on 5 kills. This, to me, feels like there's maybe something internally going on, or there's some, a bit of dismay there, because it doesn't make sense for this team to find themselves in this position. Maybe the earlier losses in the day have really taken their toll. Sure, it's been a long day, right? We had a couple of, all these games have gone quite 30 rounds. We've had a few games gone 30 rounds, so we're a little bit behind schedule. But I'm lost, right? I'm really lost on what to say.
And not just 30 rounds. I mean, Cirque as well. We have to talk about him. This young player, new name, first tournament on European soil, first tournament that's over 250,000. And Cirque, it's like Cirque du Soleil. Ooh. He's shining bright, as the French would say. Fantastic from him. 30 in this one. He's had one of the top-rated performances of the entire tournament. And he's just unfazed versus whoever he is playing. Cirque has looked fantastic, and this is a huge performance from him. Not only did he get 30 frags, but he's doing it against some of the best in the world. So wonderful stuff, and a whole lot of credit where credit is due. A performance that I think he'll definitely be remembering, and I'm sure we'll get to see more of it, because NRG have got themselves a big fat 3 points.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is. Jacob, what are your thoughts on this one? I think, Chad's already alluding to there's something going on in this team when you see results like that.
There must be, and it's such a disappointment for North when you look at it. They turned up to Blast Pro Series, were expected to do better than they did. First Danish event, they turned up to this one. This is the last tournament of the year, and you know it as a player, you know it as well. You want to finish off the year well, you want to finish with a positive feeling. Yeah. And going out all the way, I'm not sure it's 100% certain yet. It probably should be, right? But going out, 0-3 against 2 American teams that you should beat any day if you are North, that's going to be disappointing, and that's going to lead into a very rough, Christmas period for the North.
I know you're saying it's not confirmed. I'm just going to kind of put into perspective how that would work.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're ready.
Strap yourself in. I'm scared.
No, it's not. I'm not going to completely commit to it. I'm just going to say, so because of the teams that they've already played, you lose to them, you're already out in the head-to-head should they be in the bottom, right? And therefore, that's something that has to be considered. The fact that Misfits, NRG, and who else did they play? SK Gaming, all 3 of them have already played it and lost.
I thought you'd done the hard maths here, Alex. I was going to say, geez, we're going to get real deep on this. But
just to explain, the only best they could possibly do is win the next 2 games they have, which would put them at 6 points, which already puts them parallel with the teams already at 6 points. So it's. I'm just going to say it now. North are not going to be making the playoffs, and that is a terrible sign for them. They're definitely going to be doing a lot of thinking and a lot of hard counter-striking tomorrow. They have got 2 games, and the best they can do is just go ahead and win 2 games in regulation and then cross their fingers and toes. What's up?
No, nothing. I thought I'm hearing voices in my head.
Oh,
I'm going. You know, I'm going insane.
Get that checked out.
You know, I am going insane. But, yeah.
Okay, so it hasn't been fantastic from North, but let's just quickly focus on the positives from today. First of all, Optic Gaming.
Sure.
NRG.
They're still going right now.
They are still playing. NRG and Misfits, 3 teams from North American region who are making an impact, a big one. It wasn't that long ago. I think, you rewind 3 seasons of Pro League, we're making, North American teams getting a win was a bit of a dank meme, and now look at this impact.
Even Luminosity did too well.
100%.
Playing it well, so overall, I don't think any of us expected them to do so well throughout the first day of the tournament, and we kind of talk about the gap between Europe and NA, and arguably it's still there for sure, but it just seems to be the case every single time that people actually turn up to a tournament prepared. The gap is not really that big if you actually go deep into it, and I feel like the European teams maybe or may not have underestimated some of the NA folks out there, but still, it's like, for a team like North, this should happen. This shouldn't happen at all. Not on any day, not even on a bad day, you should lose or go 3-0 in this group or 0-3. So it's kind of rough to read into it.
A team considered top 5. I mean, I think
the
conversation ends there. Let's leave it there. That did not go well. North had a bad day, and the Danes, who want to see the home crowd and want to get their little taste of what they got over in Blast not too long ago in Copenhagen, it's not gone well, and this will tell the whole story. Chad, why don't you go ahead and recap what we have Group A and B in front of us?
Well, we saw Hellraisers be relatively impressive once more, right? They had that big win earlier on against Fnatic, who said they weren't prepared for the style. There was an interview that came out with a comment along the lines of from the Fnatic guy saying they don't play like the other teams. And you had FaZe, they were looking okay. Astralis with the stand-in, getting into the overtimes, but it's just an up and down kind of affair in Group A for sure. And then you flick over to Group B, we've got Misfits impressing, Opting looking really nice, beating the SK, and then NRG with another upset win for the group against North.
And I'm so glad you mentioned Misfits. Yes, top of the table, worth mentioning, but also one of their individuals, Sick, had an incredible, some would say sick performance today, and he's a prime example of a player that has climbed up through the Mountain Dew League. I mean, he's been competing there for a great deal of time. He's been putting in his hours, and we all know, there is a lot of talent, but there's also hard work, and those percentages do fluctuate. But hard work in the MDL from Sick being rewarded here, so it's worth checking out. And if you wanted to kind of see what's going down there and see the other teams, maybe the up-and-comers, it's just down there. It's esca.net/MDL, and that's just with some of the proving grounds that he had to do before he gets to go here and go ahead and sit first day top of the table. So fantastic stuff from them. We'll get to see more from them tomorrow. In fact, their games, Misfits will be playing NIP and they'll be playing SK.
They did just lose to Optic 16-10 on Overpass, but regardless, it's still been a very impressive day for them, right? As we flick over to tomorrow, you'll see FaZe versus Astralis with the stand and with Rubino, but he's been having a lot of impact, so that's not a game you could be considering a whitewash, and FaZe looked like they were off to that standard kind of slow start that we see from them. And to really buckle it up tomorrow and get stuck in. And Hellraisers, impressive once more. They're still playing some of that good Counter-Strike, and I think, look at that secondary stream. Might stand out could be the Fnatic Liquid game, because Liquid as well looking good with Zeus.
And people are maybe confused with it by the fact that there's 3 columns there. The third stream, I know you're getting a little confused, but just to clarify, just for the integrity, we are going to be running all 3 games of the group, the last 3 games of the group simultaneously, just so everything is tickety-boo.
And the TBD, I wouldn't mind hedging my bets in saying we're most likely going to have some tiebreakers tomorrow at some point, whether it is in the first group or the second group. But the way that these panned out with the upset victories thus far, with the overtimes, it feels like we're going to be in for a long one tomorrow.
It's going to be a long day. Now, Jacob, I have to turn to you and start talking about Group B. I mean, look at these games tomorrow. What do we have to expect? What can we look forward to?
I mean, you'd say the SK NIP game is definitely to look out for. Both teams have lost one today, so they need that win in order to secure their spot going into the playoff.
Absolutely.
So that's very important for them. Obviously, you're not going to be too excited about the North NIP game, that kind of lost relevance. But then again, NIP might need the win, right, in order to go through, so that could still be an obstacle for them. Also on the secondary stream, we'll have to see if Optic can keep it going, against North as well. North is kind of like being that irritating little joke on this group now. They don't have anything to play for besides the pride, right, but they can still ruin it for all the other guys. So it's still going to be interesting.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of power, and they'll be flexing their muscles coming into tomorrow. Hopefully after a good night's sleep. It may be difficult after a day like that. Counter-Strike can haunt you even at bedtime, for sure.
Yeah, I'm used to the night terrors. I woke up last night punching the bed for some reason.
It's probably because you were...
legitimately punching the bed.
Wait, what?
I don't know why, but maybe it's about
So as you wake up, in the process of waking up, you're
punching the bed out of frustration.
What were you dreaming about?
Maybe those Muppets who lost my luggage on a 35-minute flight, Alex. Maybe that's what.
Oh, God. Okay, well, that is enough from us today because, as Chad has said, we've got a very long one tomorrow. We're going to be finishing up our groups, and they're, of course, battling for a spot in the arena. They're not the only teams that are going to be playing in the arena as well. We're going to be seeing some of the boys. Oh, I had it in front of me.
No, it's the Danish High School Counter-Strike, Alex. I gotcha.
Danish High School Counter-Strike.
And you know what they get? They get Mr. Pimp. He's going to give them a coaching session before they go head-to-head in battle.
I'm going to enjoy that one. For sure.
Yeah, so you get to kind of hook them up. You're going to be sorting them out, getting some strats, maybe some sick flashes and smokes.
Yeah, I'm
going to
teach them the smokes, you know.
Yeah,
sure.
all of the
all
smokes.
The good smokes.
Okay, well, that is another thing that's going down. They're, of course, playing through ESL Play, but that's something else. Not just the pro players that will be taken to the battle tomorrow in the realm of Counter-Strike. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys. This has been the ESL Pro League Final Season 6. Time does fly when you're having fun. We'll be kicking off tomorrow, bright and early, same time as today, and we hope to see you there as we look to see if more of these underdogs bare their teeth.
Yes! Nice!
Just because we say so, we want your soul. We are gonna take control, shaking you up right now. You are gonna scream out loud. We want your soul. We are gonna take control, shaking you up right now. You are gonna scream out loud. We want your soul. Everything is beautiful when you're speaking with your shades on, going down a rabbit hole. Just because we say so, we want
Let's go!
your soul. We are gonna take control, shaking you up right now.
Try box. Stairs, stairs, stairs.
Nothing great ever